I worked way too much when I had a young family, and that was a mistake. I also wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't working out. I got diagnosed with um, welcome back if you've been here before. If you're new here, like I said, my name's Josh. I'm here to help you with your IT career or just advice for the everyday office worker, really. I wanted to make a quick video about how to know when to leave the IT industry. I wanted to make this video because I see a lot of people just unhappy in the IT industry, and I see people exit and they end up being happy. Like they're doing something else besides IT, and it just seemed like there was clear signs that, hey, maybe this isn't the job for you. Let's jump right into it. You're not progressing in your career. Like, for example, you've been on the help desk for like a decade. I knew someone that was on the help desk for 15 years. 15 years. It's okay if you're content with that, if you want to be on the help desk for 15 years. But this person in particular was not happy about it. They just complained all day long. And then when I would go, well, you got to learn new skills. That's how you get off the help desk. Instead of fighting fires, you're actually configuring things and you're setting things up. You're advising management on decisions to make. Wasn't willing to put into work. But if you're content with, changing passwords and, doing the day in, day out work, adding, removing users, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That work needs to be done. But if you're not happy with it and you're not progressing, you don't want to learn any new technology or new skills, then that might be a red flag. Sign two is you keep making big mistakes. Advise clients incorrectly, not managing things correctly, and it leads to huge problems, especially in this industry. So, for example, let's just take a small law firm office, for example. They have a single server, single Active Directory, and they've got about maybe, let's just say 15 computers and like 10 employees, something like that, something small, right? Well, there's a couple things you should be doing. Like if you're advising them on technology and how they should be progressing, to keep themselves safe and up to date. For one thing, you know, making sure they're off Windows 10, making sure their computers have the latest patches, making sure that they all have MFA enabled. Like there are things that you need to be doing to be proactive and not reactive. And what I've seen is with customers like that, these small businesses, that Active Directory server wasn't patched. It just was unpatched for months. But when I finally got in front of it, because basically what happened was they fired their old IT company and brought our company on board. And I was just like, how long did they manage you guys? And it was years. I think the last patch was installed like 3 years ago. It was like something crazy like that. And I'm like, how does that even happen? And then they weren't patching the firewall. They had a sonic wall there. It was exposed to the internet. For those out there that are sysadmins or have managed a firewall, you already know that's a big no-no. They got in, deployed ransomware on the server. I'm sure, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure SMB version 1 was enabled. Very easy to deploy that. Every computer got hit with ransomware. The whole office was taken out. And I feel like proper IT planning would have prevented all that from happening. And now that company has now fired that IT company. And I don't know if that employee was let go or whatever, but it's embarrassing. And look, I have made my fair share of mistakes, but, and I've said this in videos prior, if you're not learning from your mistakes, you're making large mistakes and you're not learning from it, and then you're just going to other businesses and keep replicating the same mistakes, get out of the business. You're doing more harm than good. I'm going to use this analogy. It might not be popular to some, but it's like having a police officer before they had like a nationwide registry. Like if you have a police officer that's not doing good things in the community, they just keep jumping from department to department and keep doing the same things. Yeah, get out of being a police officer. Do not be a police officer. You're not good at it. Next career. I'm sorry. The last sign, and this is a pretty important one, is that your life outside of work is being affected. One thing I tell everyone who works for me and people that I work with, my advice to them is you have three priorities you need to really focus on. One, you need to take care of yourself. Two, take care of your family. And then the last one is work, in that order. If these two are not taken care of, work is going to go really poorly, because all you're going to be thinking about is my health sucks, my wife's going to leave me, or my family's hates me. And who wants to live like that? Because I'll be honest with you, that was me. I worked way too much in my when I had a young family, and that was a mistake. When you and I also wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't working out. I got diagnosed with um, IBD, otherwise known as ulcerative colitis, which is like inflammation of the intestines. So, you know, I had that lifelong disease now. Now I could I could blame that on work. I'm not sure if that was the cause. I can tell you it didn't help. I mean, I just put in way too many hours. Now, I was working 70-hour weeks on average, which is not good. Like, you can't keep that up forever. That's not going to last. It's not going to work. Really, what I should have done is what I do now, which is like when I have a project, I ramp up work, and that only lasts for like maybe like a week or two, and it goes back down to normal. So I have these like little spikes every now and then. That's the way it should be. You're going to get that in IT, and then you're also going to be on call. And in my first job, when I was an ATM technician, I was also working 70-hour weeks. That job killed me too, and that place didn't care. I mean, I made decent money, but that work didn't progress my career at all. It was you know, you go out and fix an ATM at 11 o'clock at night and you get a pat on the back. It's like, and then you sit there and tell the guys like, man, I was out till 10 o'clock at night. And then the guy next to you goes, so, and he thinks that's normal. Well, maybe that's okay if you like your shift is like a night shift. You know what I mean? But look, all I'm saying, there's a balance here. Like yes, work should be ramped up at some point, but it also should be ramped down. Like, work hard, play hard. Just balance it out the best you can. I know that's easier said than done, but if I could go back to my younger self and just be like, take care of yourself, take care of your family, because when those two things go south, I mean, it gets really nasty really quick. I have never gone through a divorce, but I've heard they are tough. I watched my parents go through one, and that wasn't fun. Fortunately for me, I have not had to experience that. Obviously, I'm experiencing the health part right now. I'm better now. I'm taking medication for it, but still, like, I could have. I wonder if I could have avoided that by eating better, working out when in my younger years. Obviously, I do that now. I work out and I eat better. But for the younger folks out there, or you're already in your career. Anyway, these are the three signs that I think you should be, if you're starting to see these things, start asking yourself, hey, is IT right for me? And it's not for everybody. It just isn't, you know? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this industry is meh. I, I mean, I do love it. I really do love it, but I try not to think of this job as my identity, because like when I meet someone, it's like, hey, I'm Josh, and I don't know if I should lead with, oh, I'm in IT. How about, how are you doing? Like, ask that person a question before. I guess what I would say is, if you're starting to see these three things in your life or in your job, these three signs, it's not all bad if IT is not for you. That's okay. I mean, I'm one of those people who think that your job shouldn't be your identity. You are an individual. You have your own thoughts. You have your own ideas. People love you for who you are, not for your work. I don't. I don't think that's correct. I mean, unless you're the Pope, maybe, maybe that's a job where you get loved for your, for what you do. But in IT, I can assure you that is not why people love you, because you're doing IT. Um, they love you because you're willing to solve problems. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be IT. Like, IT is just another support role. Like, I work alongside maintenance guys. They're just as loved as I am. So change of careers is not such a bad thing. So anyway, if you got any value out of this, I'd really appreciate a like or subscribe. And I will keep trying to push out content like this, kind of the more human factor of IT, because I know there's a lot of people out there try to show the technical part of it. I want to get down to like the conversations that maybe a whole lot of IT people are afraid to have. Let me know in the comments below. Is this conversations that people would like to have? What have you seen in the industry for red flags where you see people that should not be in their roles and should probably reconsider it? I'd love to hear your comments. I'll keep trying to push out this kind of content. And until the next one, guys, peace.